because that all-American thrill ride, the roller coaster, really had its beginnings in Russia nearly 400 years ago.
There, an enterprising showman from St. Petersburg discovered people would pay to be terrified.
He built wooden slides, covered them with ice, and would charge people to go down the hill on small sleds.
In the United States, roller coasters were born in the 1870s, when mining cars were converted to passenger use in the mountains of Pennsylvania. The ride was called the Mock Chunk Railway. Cars that used to carry coal now flew downhill filled with screaming passengers.
During the home stretch, the train reached speeds of nearly 60 miles an hour. People sat on park benches, there were no lap bars, there were no seat belts, and during its years of operation from 1873 until it was dismantled in 1937, no one was ever injured.
Yet people were injured when thrill ride designers first came up with the unique idea of turning people upside down in early looping coasters.
Looping coasters in North America first appeared in 1895 at Coney Island, which turns out to be the nuclear test ground of almost every new roller coaster ride. They built a looping coaster called the Flip Flap. There are a couple of problems, however, with the Flip Flap. The forces required to keep people in their seats were so severe many people suffered neck or back strain. As a result, all the early looping roller coasters disappeared.
But perhaps the most terrifying and deadly coaster ever built was the one erected in 1927 outside Buffalo, New York, the dreaded Crystal Beach Cyclone.
It was the only roller coaster to have a nurse on duty at the loading platform full-time, and with good reason. As riders came down the first 97-foot drop, the track veered 85 degrees to the right. People would lose hats, combs, purses, false teeth. They'd be thrown into their riding partners, cracking ribs. There was a fatality there back in 1943. A gentleman got on with a jacket on, started up the lift hill, stood up, started to take his jacket off, got his arms locked behind him, couldn't get the jacket off, couldn't sit down, and when the train went over the top of the hill, he was tossed out and killed.
Today's thrill rides are more popular than ever. An average of 300 million people visit amusement parks annually. But with so many people riding so many rides, the chance of accidents increases. The summer of 1999 was a case in point, for during that season, 6 people died on thrill rides. June 11th, 1999. A day of fun at Coney Island, New York turns into tragedy for 17-year-old Nadine Caban and her family when the car she is riding in breaks free, pinning her beneath it.
A hook that connects the cars of the Super Himalaya snapped. The car Nadine was riding flipped over. Riders say when the ride went in reverse, debris began to fall. Some people even jumped out of their speeding cars. 8 people received minor injuries, but Nadine wasn't so lucky. She died an hour after the incident.
Her whole life just started out, but now it's gone, so I'm trying to hold on strong in here because it's not easy.
But the summer of tragedy wasn't over. In August, within the same week, 4 other passengers were killed on thrill rides. One of them involved a mother and her child. On August 28th, Kim Bailey and her 8-year-old daughter Jessica were killed when the coaster car they were riding in plunged backward down a steep incline and, rounding a curve, ejected them. After the accident, a state investigation revealed problems with the car's anti-rollback device and safety bar mechanism.
You know, it could have been any one of these kids, but they definitely don't want to do it again.
And my kids don't want to go on rides anymore for a while.
In America, on average, only 2 people a year die on amusement park rides. The odds of being seriously injured are about 1 in 250 million.
I think whenever someone is injured in the pursuit of fun, it's news. It's newsworthy, the media is doing their part. However, there is a tendency to sensationalize it. In other incidents where there are more fatalities, it's more commonly accepted. It's just not accepted to be hurt on an amusement ride.
Coming up next, roller coasters are only as safe as the riders riding them, and no coaster can protect a rider determined to be reckless.
On the road, even for an experienced driver, things are not always the way they appear. For instance, the blind spots around a truck. They can be a dangerous place to drive.
Now that's a beauty.
Remember, if you can't see the driver's face in the side mirrors,
Honey, he can't see you.
the driver can't see you. Stay out of the truck's blind spots, and you'll stay safe. For more tips on how to share the road safely, get this free booklet from Shell. Count on Shell.
Picture this. A place down by the lake, front yard of crystal blue water, plenty of room for the kids, and, of course, the grandkids.
If you can picture the future, Nationwide can too. We offer financial services like mutual funds and retirement planning that fit your changing needs and help make your future everything you pictured. Nationwide. Insurance, financial services, on your side.
There are some things you can't invent, some things Hollywood can't script. Arrest and Trial. From the creator of Law & Order comes a new kind of crime drama, hosted by Brian Dennehy. Gripping real-life stories told by the people who were there.
Ice wouldn't melt in her mouth. That's how cold she was.
Arrest and Trial. We're not making this up. Don't miss the premiere October 2nd. Check your local listings for time and channel.
To your body, it's a luxury car. To the elements, it's an SUV. To your peace of mind, it's a Volvo. The new all-wheel drive cross-country.
Real-life excitement, human drama. We're taking off on a new season with Adrenaline Rush Hour Premiere Week, only on TLC.
On TLC, relive the unbelievable. Oh my God. A lucky man shocks Oakland's ER. And on an all-new Code Blue, residents in training struggle for control. It's all here, Sunday at 8.
The greatest names of professional sports give you an inside look at a world where technology meets human performance.
Where monsters of the gridiron expand their body-crushing potential.
And big hitters rip hits and record-breaking numbers.
Tuesday and Wednesday on TLC. It's TLC's Adrenaline Rush Hour Premiere Week. And here's tonight's sweepstakes winner who'll get to choose one of 5 adrenaline pumping trips for 2. To find out who won the grand prize Subaru Forester S, go to discovery.com and click on TLC.
When great television high-tech shows make you want more tech action, go to discovery.com and click on Tech. Find unique interactives that actually let you build your own roller coaster or dig a super tunnel. Search our aviation files for more on high-tech planes or take a virtual tour of an aircraft carrier. And bookmark our site for news and information on the latest gadgets. Discover something new every day. Go to discovery.com, click on Tech.
Though today's thrill rides are going to extremes to push the limits of speed and excitement, they are designed to be safe.
There's going to be higher speeds, there's going to be